Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. So because of what's happening in the world right now and the whole pandemic, coronavirus, self-isolation, quarantine, because of everything that's happening, we are stuck at home. Because I can imagine everybody is bored out of their brains right now, and I'm sure everybody's watching TV. So I thought it would be good to do my recommendations of what I think you should add to your Netflix to watch list. I actually studied media in university, so you know I'm actually passionate about watching TV shows. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If there's any shows that you're loving at the moment and you think it's worth me putting on my list, definitely comment it below because I'm always looking for new shows to watch. So my first show that I would recommend is actually my best show of all time, and it is Black Mirror. If you know me, you know I'm a Black Mirror stan because first of all, the stories that are on there, first of all, I live for plot twists. And Black Mirror is a show that always delivers. And the cool thing about Black Mirror is that it's an anthropology series, and that means every episode is different. So every episode is like a mini movie in its own. So you don't need to watch season 1 episode 3 to understand what is happening in season 2 episode 4. Every episode is a completely different plot. So to me, a Black Mirror episode is a movie in itself. Every episode is at most an hour. If you're like me and you have a short attention span but you do like to watch movies and you love stories, definitely get into Black Mirror. A lot of the episodes are also very futuristic. Also basically shows you how technology can mess up your life. You will not be disappointed. Okay, my next TV show that I will recommend is You. I feel like everyone has watched You, but You is a very interesting series, and it's definitely very binge-worthy. It has the guy from Gossip Girl, I believe his name is Penn Bradley. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. So basically a guy who falls in love with a girl and ends up stalking her. I don't want to spoil anything, but just watch it. It's a great one. Another show that I would recommend is a current favorite of mine, and it is Money Heist. I know everybody and their mom and their brother and their grandma has watched Money Heist, but boy, I was late. There's 4 seasons, and it's 4 seasons of absolute gold. Seasons 1 and 2. Woo! Season 3 was a bit slow, but it really picked up in season 4. It is a Spanish show, so you have to watch it. If you don't mind subtitles, you can watch it in Spanish and have English subtitles, but you can have it dubbed and have English voiceovers, so the lips and the words when you're watching in English don't match. But it's annoying at first, but trust me, after a while you get used to it. It's an amazing story. It's just so interesting how it's about robbers. It's not just about armed robbers, but it's also about their lives. You know, there's a bit of romance in there, there's drama. I really am going to try and be vague when I give the descriptions of all these storylines because I hate spoilers. So I'm gonna try to make it very vague but sound interesting at the same time. If you post spoilers, just stop. No one likes that. The next one I'm gonna recommend is another Spanish show, and it's called Elite. Elite is a great one. Me and my sister binge watched this, and it was really interesting. Again, if you watch it in English, it's dubbed as well. So Elite is basically about teenagers who are in high school or secondary school, whatever. There's basically a murder involved. It's just about who did the murder, why did they do the murder, but it's very interesting. It's actually one of those teen dramas that is not cringy at all. You know, there's a lot of cringy teen dramas, but this one is really good. It's really interesting. I'll definitely recommend Elite. My next show that I'm gonna recommend is Stranger Things. I feel like everyone has watched Stranger Things, but if you haven't watched it, just watch it. It's a TV show about 5 young friends and how the supernatural comes into their world and basically just wants to disturb everything, but they end up fighting and trying to save their neighborhood. If you haven't watched it, you would definitely enjoy it. The next one I'm gonna recommend is actually a very sad one. It's very emotional, it's very moving. It's called When They See Us. It's a real life story about the Central Park boys. They were basically wrongfully incarcerated for a crime they did not commit at the age of 13 to about 15. Police injustice in America. Guys, if you don't like heartbreaking things, don't watch it. But if you know you're someone that is interested in watching police injustice and real life stories, I was very moved by this TV show. I cried. The amount of trauma that they must have, I cannot even imagine. They spent years in jail for a crime that they just did not commit, and it's very sad. I'm not even gonna lie to you, it's very sad. If you know you don't want anything to like bring you down, then don't watch it. But then if you're interested in watching things like this, then definitely it's one to watch. It's won so many awards. It's so good. It's a limited series, so there's actually only 4 episodes. 4 strong episodes. The next show that I'm gonna recommend is so good. It's called The Haunting of House Hill. It's a horror, but it's not too scary. I mean, I have a high tolerance for horror films, so if you're someone that gets spooked out very easily, you may not enjoy this. It's like American Horror Story, the Asylum season, and that is actually one of the shows I actually recommend as well. But I'll get into that later. But The Haunting of House Hill is basically about a family who moves into a haunted house, and now that they're adults, they have to relive what happened in their haunted house. So a lot of people thought it was not real what they went through, but guys, it was real. But obviously it's not a real life story, but it's so interesting. What I like about that is the storyline. It's just mad captivating. It's interesting. If you don't mind scary stuff, check out The Haunting of House Hill. You would enjoy it. Thank me later. Another TV show that I'm gonna recommend is called American Horror Story. Again, some seasons are more scary than the others. I think Asylum is probably the scariest one, and Asylum is actually season 2. So the thing about American Horror Story, it has about 7 seasons, but every season has a different theme. So season 1 is Murder House, season 2 is Asylum, season 3 is Coven. Every season has a completely different storyline. It's really interesting, guys. I'll write down my favorite seasons in my description box. Again, like Black Mirror, there's a season for everyone. It's not too scary. It has like Precious in it. It has Anjola. Coven is probably my best one. It's about witches, like good witches. So definitely check out American Horror Story. It's very, very, very interesting. So now I'm gonna get into like the comedies a bit. I feel like I've spoken about thrillers and dramas and fast-paced action, but now it's time for the shows that you just watch when you want a comic relief. By the way, if you want me to do part 2, because it was really hard to break it down to my favorite Netflix shows, so if you want me to do part 2, if you like this video, definitely tell me in the comments, give a thumbs up so I know that people are enjoying this kind of content. If you're watching this video and you're enjoying it, don't forget to subscribe. Back to my favorite TV shows, enough self-promoting. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That show is a whole lot of laughs. Again, laughs is what we need in this pandemic. First of all, it has a range of amazing talented actors. That show is diverse, and it's comedy in the workplace. So if you're a person that likes shows like The Office, 30 Rock, Parks and Recreation, which are all top tier of my favorite shows, but they're not on Netflix, UK/Nigerian Netflix. By the way, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, they're all police officers. It's all about them solving cases, going after bad guys, but it's funny as hell. My last show, I feel like this is an honorable mention. It was just one that I had to add. How can I explain the way season 1 and season 2 of the show made me feel? I can't explain it. It's unexplainable, because this show leaves you sitting on the edge throughout season 1 and season 2. Drum roll please. Prison Break. That show is great, I'm not even gonna lie. It's about a man called Michael Scofield, who is very cute by the way, who has to break into prison to set free his brother who was wrongfully incarcerated. It's an action, it's a drama, it's a thriller. If you watch it, I know you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, that is my top 10 TV shows to watch on Netflix. I have another list of another 14 shows that didn't make the cut for this video. So if you actually want a part 2, definitely let me know. This is just my list of TV shows that I think are binge worthy. So yeah guys, I really do hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah, and just let me know if there's anything that you think I should also add to my watch list. And let me know if you watch any of these shows, and if you also like them, I would recommend them to your friends. But thank you guys for watching my video. Stay safe. Bye guys.